Hi there, and welcome to this dynamic chair yoga practice. Often chair yoga is thought of as a very gentle practice, in which it is, yet in this practice we turn it up a little bit, creating bigger shapes than you might create in a more beginner-friendly chair yoga practice. It is great for rest days, for when you're recovering from an injury, or when you're slowly progressing from that beginner chair yoga practice. If this one seems a little too dynamic, make sure to check out the beginner-friendly chair yoga practice on the Resource Center. So grab your chair and let's get going. For today's chair yoga, pick a chair that does not have any sides and make sure it's not going to move around as we build these bigger shapes. The lower the chair, the more challenging, so keep that in mind. You can add blocks to any pose to enhance these big shapes that we're going to be building today. So we will begin feet flat on the earth. Let your hands rest in your thighs. If you want, you can scooch back and lean up against the back of your chair for comfort here. We're going to spend a few moments just feeling into the body before we move the body and create some bigger shapes. We're going to do this through belly breathing. So place one hand on your belly, and for a moment just notice what it feels like as you inhale and exhale. Is there movement here? With belly breathing, we're going to inhale and fill up the belly. And then exhale, it softens. Good. Inhale through the nose, fill up the belly. Exhale out the mouth and soften. A few more rounds just like that. One more big breath. And then on your exhale, you can slowly start to wiggle to the edge of your chair for seated cat-cow. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round it out. Keep going with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And then slowly we'll find a nice tall spine and take a twist. From the sit bones up, you're slowly twisting through the mid-back, through the shoulders. Maybe the chin looks back to the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find the twist. Good. Slowly unwind, but keep that hand wrapped across the opposite thigh so you can reach up and over, opening through the side body. Anchor through the feet, anchor through the hips. Big breath. And then we'll slowly unwind. Take your twist across to the other side, sitting tall, starting from your feet, then your sit bones, then your ribs, then your shoulders, then your chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Unwind the shoulders, keeping that opposite arm reaching across. We'll reach up and over, opening from the hip to the fingertips. Big breath. And then slowly release. Bringing your feet together, we'll inhale, hands to the sky to build chair twist. Big inhale, exhale, hands to heart, and bring one elbow down, either between the knees or thighs, or to the outer edge, and then use your elbow to press down. Sit your sit bones back as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. If this shape feels too big, you can sit up and just reach across and take a little twist here. No matter where you are, anchor through the feet, through your sit bones, and then build the twist from there. Continue that big breath. Good. Slowly unwind. We'll take a big inhale, swoop the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, and start to build your twist in the other direction. This side might be a little different, so feel it out. Just be sure to really connect your feet and your sit bones down. This anchors your hips and requires the twist to come from your upper thoracic spine and your shoulders and your cervical spine, not in the low back. Unwind to center. Inhale, take the hands high, and exhale, hands to heart. Slowly wander your left knee and foot off to one side and extend the other leg long. We are going to build Warrior Two, so let's take a moment here. The left knee and toe are pointed off in one direction, and the right leg is extended, toes pointed in a different direction. We want the energy of the feet and the hips to be going in two different directions. You can move around on your chair until you can find something that feels good. Slowly bring your left elbow to your left thigh. Reach up and open through the front of the chest. And then opposite arm reaches up and over to open through the side body. So we'll inhale into side angle and then exhale into reverse warrior. Keep flowing with your breath. Keep using your feet to anchor. And then maybe you find a little more. Maybe the front arm starts to reach down towards the foot in side angle. You can reach that bottom arm longer and longer on reverse. Maybe one more each way. And then back to that Warrior Two. Slowly we're going to spin into crescent. Bring your front thigh bone and sit bone to the chair. The other leg should be able to kind of bend and hang off to the side. You can just hang there or start to lengthen the back leg for a little more. If you want even more, reaching that arm to the sky as you breathe big. Slowly we'll release, come back to center on the chair, wander your feet together, and bring that back leg up and over for a seated figure four. You can stay tall right here, or begin to fold in a few different ways, wrapping around top leg or draping over the shin. Might even feel nice to kind of rest on your forearms here. Just a few big breaths. By all means, stay right here. Or one more time, we're going to build a twist. Inhale, hands up, hands to heart, and then opposite elbow to the inside of that foot. Or you can reach your hand like we did before. Trying to maybe anchor elbow into the inside of that top foot, using it to lengthen from the sit bones and to open the hips. Big breath. This is a big pose. Slowly unwind and we'll build Warrior Two on the other side. Right knee off to the side, toe pointed in same direction. Other leg nice and long, toes pointed out, so we have hips and feet in two directions. Front elbow comes to the thigh for side angle. Open the heart, kind of lean back. Reverse warrior, open through the side body. Find your breath here. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, up and over. Progressively finding space either today or just each time you visit this shape, this practice. Do not rush or force. One more, reaching up and over. And then slowly we'll build crescent lunge. So take your time to spin. You're trying to get that front sit bone on the chair and thigh, and then the back knee can kind of just hang off the side. You can keep the knee bent or start to lengthen. You'll feel the hips open more here. Hands down, or you can extend one arm to the sky. Big breath. « Slowly, we'll shimmy back to center and bring that back leg up and over for a seated figure 4. Sitting tall or beginning to build some sort of fold on this side. Slowly, you can start to rise up. We're going to reach the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, and see about that seated figure 4 twist right here. Big breath. One more big breath in. And out. Slowly, we'll come to center and bring both feet back to the floor. Start to invite your feet out to the side, knees and toes pointed away from you, or you can explore pointing them forward and see about rounding your spine towards the earth. Again, see what feels good. You can lengthen halfway, hands under the heart, and then melt back down again. A few more breaths to play. Lengthen, turn toes in, out, or just hang upside down in this happy baby shape. Very slowly, you're going to start by pressing your feet into earth, lengthening up, and then walking those feet back underneath you. Reaching one arm up and one arm down behind the back, we're going to build Gomukhasana arms. They do not have to touch, they're just kind of reaching towards each other. We don't want to sacrifice rounding and closing the heart. We want to lift, 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 and you can add some little wiggles here. Good, slowly release, give a little shake, shake, shimmy, shimmy, and then we'll switch. One arm up, other one starts down low, and just see where you can kind of crawl your hands into without forcing anything. Always allowing space for a big breath. Good. Slowly, we'll start to release on this side. Take your time, shake, shake, shimmy, shimmy. So for these balancing poses, I'm going to stand behind my chair so that I can just use the edge for my hand. We're going to build tree pose. 1 foot flat. The other heel comes to the ankle. Maybe you kickstand the toes. You can bring the foot up a little bit. It's below the knee here, not on the knee. I'm just starting to kind of root down here. Other hand can stay on the hip, start to extend. Maybe you use one pinky finger on the chair. Maybe you start to hover both hands. Hands to heart. These are just slow ways to progress, reaching hands out or up, looking up. Continue to use that chair and create a shape in which you can find a few moments of hang time. And then we'll release and shake it out. I'm just going to switch the chair here for ease. You can just spin around if you'd like. Rooting down, other foot starts to grow into a tree shape. Again, not on the knee. You can go above if you'd like, but make sure it's pressing down so you can slowly start to use the chair less and less and less and less. Recognizing that some days trees are a little extra wiggly in the wind, and that the biggest trees have the strongest roots. Release, shake it up. Now stand behind your chair so you can work on grabbing knee. Maybe you grab the ankle and you are able to invite the foot behind you. You'll feel your quad open and your hip open here. You can just balance or hang out here, getting a nice stretch. Or for more, bend your standing leg a little bit so you can start to shift forward and puff up your heart. Bow up your spine. Maybe you're floating the hand or using a pinky finger for a full dancer shape. Good. Release, shake it out, and we'll try the other side. Again, I'm just turning the chair so you can see the shape here. So knee, maybe shin, maybe ankle, maybe you're hanging out here because this hip has something funky going on. That's cool. Baby dancer is just more for range of motion and getting the balance. And then you can start to build as you progress, bending the standing leg so you can kick the foot away from you, puff up the heart. 3, 2, and release. Give it a good little shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. For this next sequence, we need the base of the chair. So bring yourself to where you can step one foot underneath the chair. And then the back foot will wiggle its way back and open like our warrior 2 feet and hips. The idea is that we're going to hinge and bring the hand either to the base of the chair, getting as close or as far as you need. But of course, if that feels too far away, go ahead and grab a block or a prop to put your hand on so that you can press through your feet and press through your hand to spin open your heart here. Top arm can reach up or all the way over as you breathe. And then slowly we build pyramid. Both hands down to the chair. And the back foot's going to come in a little closer so you can point your toes fairly close to the same direction, straight ahead. Back foot can spin out if you'd like. Lengthen through the spine. You can stay here. Or you can start to soften down to the base of the chair or your props, using whatever you have access to find something that feels good. The front leg can have a generous bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. We're going to bring one more twist into this practice. So lengthen your fingers to the chair. Lengthen your heart and then start to twist. Opposite hand stays. And then you bring that other hand to the hip, shining the heart open. Maybe you spin your hand off to the edge of the chair. If it feels good, you can reach that hand for a full twist. Use your breath, press through feet, press through the bottom hand. And then slowly, both hands to the chair. We're going to create airplane. So shimmy your foot back a little bit so that you can float your back foot. Maybe trying to spin those back toes down. You can keep your fingertips on the chair or start to work hands to your heart or even out to the side, lifting through the heart, lifting through the pit of the belly. And then slowly we release and shake, shake, shimmy, shimmy. Slowly, we're going to switch sides starting with triangle. So other foot underneath the front edge of your chair or bench. Back foot's going to step back a little bit and open out to the side. And then slowly we build triangle. Front hand to the top of the chair and keep shimmying so that feels more and more comfortable, adding on if you need. Top hand can reach up or over. Take a few moments to push down into earth so you can stretch a little bigger. Good. Top hand comes down, pyramid pose. We'll bring the back foot in so we can point the toes a little more forward. This squares the hips and finds more length in that front hamstring. You can add a soft bend or raise your chair, your props here, so that you can relax into that nice long front leg. The best part about using chairs for some of these bigger shapes is it allows us to really work on the alignment and not worrying about touching the earth or folding all the way down. Lengthen the spine so we can start to build our twist. I love a chair for this one. Opposite hand stays, other hand starts at the hip. Use your feet to press down and maybe reach to the sky to open the heart. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. And big breath out. Slowly we'll build airplane. Both hands to the chair. Float the back foot. And then root down, press down. Lifting through the heart, lifting through the pit of the belly. Maybe you can hover hands, reach back. If not, just keep those fingertips right on the chair. 3, 2, and release. Good job. Shake, shake, shimmy, shimmy. Next, we'll do standing wide leg forward fold. You might want to block as you progress between the chair and your body. We're going to have feet wide, toes straight ahead. Hinging at the hips, you're just going to slowly fold down towards your chair. Hands, maybe elbows, get your props up on the seat if you need. Or you can start to explore hands to a block on the earth or hands to the earth. Allow the knees to stay soft. Checking in, make sure you can breathe big and that you feel okay upside down. When you're ready, we're just going to slowly bring ourselves right side up. Take your time, letting the blood flow, move back down from the brain back into the rest of the body. And we're going to finish your practice seated, so take your time coming around. And we'll just pause here, noticing how you feel after a few moments of stretching and moving and breathing big. Remembering that no matter what is here, we close with some gratitude for showing up for our bodies and for each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.